Don't put a range. I want a number. Alex, what am I selling? Who cares? Write a number. And I'm not joking. Kind of. Okay, who has a number? Okay, what's your number? 1. What's your number? 17. What's your number? What's your number? 17. 19. How much? 17. 9. 0. Is that between 0 and 20? Oh, give me another number. Just give me one. Okay, could it be 99 cents? Did Steve Jobs do that? Did it work? Did it work? Let's give Steve Jobs a hand. Let's give Steve Jobs a hand! Okay. Thank you for sharing that, because he sacrificed his 0 for everyone else. Now, they say the Arabs invented the 0. Okay? I don't know who did. All I know is I don't want 0 there. I want it between 0, that means 1 cent, to $19.99. Are you with me? Yes. Thank you. I put 7. What did I put? Yes. Now, what am I selling at that? Who cares? See, we're not going to allow our self-esteem to take us out. Now, those are for buyers. What are they called? Buyers. So that's on the right side of tier 1. Which side? Right. Which side? Right. Thank you. Good job. On the left side, how much is it? 0. So put down 3. You get your opt-ins through the 0, and you get your buyers through the right side. Now, could the right side be $1? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Now, is it more likely to get $7 or 17? Who says 7 is more likely? Who says 17 is more likely? In my experience, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Here's what I would be offering at $7. Okay? I would be offering a DVD that is free, that gets shipped, and they're paying for the shipping and handling charges and my offers inside the DVD. Or the thumb drive. Or the disposable whatever. Are you with me? It's something in video, because I do video well. So that's 7. Now, here's where people fall apart. Where traditionally do people, first of all, they start filling this stuff out, and their self-esteem gets them. Why? Because they don't have any of this. Alex, I haven't done any of it. Of course you haven't. So that's why if you put whatever it is here, you say, I don't have it, I'm a fraud. And your little boy said, fraud, fraud. That means faker, right? No good. What's fraud in Italian? Mentitore? Mentitore. How about in Spanish? Spanish fraud. Doesn't even exist, right? Rana? Okay. So that's what your little voice is saying, because you don't have it. Say, I don't have it. But by putting a price first, and I want you to teach this to others, we're going to start at the top. Now, this is easy. How much is this? 3. And you build your list. You build your what? List. And here, this is where you build your buyers. You build your buyers. Because here you get leads. What do you get? Leads. Here you get buyers. Okay, now, here's the next place you go. Okay? You don't go to level 2. Because your mind is already going, what am I going to give them at level 1? So you go, if you're me, and I hope you're going to be me for 2.5 days, and I'll show you what me did online, all the answers are there. You go to the very bottom. And at the very bottom, what is the range? From what to what? 25,000 to 100,000. Now, could it be more? Yes. Here's what I wrote. At the very bottom, I wrote 50K. Alex, what are you selling for 50K? Who cares? But I want to put a number there. Is that an intention? Yes. Is that the first step? Yes. Write a number. I don't care what it is. God help your little voice on my watch. God help it. Because you're going to dink it off every single time. You can't do this thing. You can't do this thing. Oh no, here he comes again. Think. Whoa, whoa, the hand. That's what I do. And if I don't bother listening to those little voices, I have plenty of big voices around me to remind me. True? Yeah. And then usually they're the ones who love you the most. You're afraid. You're going to change. Okay? So, let me hear some numbers at the very bottom. Yes?
$36,900.
$36,900. $50,000. $20,000. $70,000. $67,000. $50,000. $100,000. Now, here's one thing I do recommend. Don't make it $49,997. You know why? Because that is kind of dumb. It doesn't sound right. If someone's going to spend $50,000 with you, call it $50,000. If they're going to spend $36,000 with you, call it $36,000. Do it a round number. Don't do the night. Why do we say $8,997? Because it sounds better. But it doesn't make sense to say $89,997. Because that's a high-end client. That's a what? High-end. And do high-end clients know other high-end clients? Yes. Yes. Give me some more. Over here. What do we got? 45,000. 75. 35,000. Front row. What do you got? 50,000. Do you believe that? I know you do. I see it. What is it? Yes, please. 30,000. 58,000. 75. 75. 35,000. How much? Well, it's got to be under 100,000. Under 100. Yeah, she said 460,000. Who coaches her? Sandra, right? All right, now I know. Give me a number under 100. 100. Give me a number under 100. 99,000. 99,000. Give her a hand for 99,000. Sonia, 50,000. 55,000. All right, here's my question. How does that feel to write that down? Does it feel awesome? Yeah. Why does it feel so good to write a number down? Why? Why can't we do that more often? It's just a number. If someone came up to you and said, for $68,000 or $63,800 or $68,300, I don't know what you said, but under $70,000 says, I want to do it. Is it easier to write the number down again? Yes. Yes. So it's the first one. All I'm saying is, if you're going to go for the first one, I'd rather you go after the $10,000 one versus the $100 one. Because the $100 one is just as hard and does not protect your self-esteem. But if you do 10,000, you get 100 times more value with the same amount of work. And if you want to get another one, you get 100 times more value. All right. So tier or level number 2 is between $20 and $500. Write a number. Write a number. I wrote 197. That's what I wrote. And then level 3 is between 500 and 3,000. Now these aren't even rules, but I'm giving you a range. A what? Range. Range. Good. So I wrote down 1,500. My 1,500 for tier number 3 is open office hours, which I'll talk about. The products go in here. Right now, we're just looking at the dollar amounts. If this is clear, say clear. Clear. Are you sure? Yeah. All right. Do you see why I went from top to the bottom? Now we're filling in the center. Always begin and then begin with the end in mind. I just changed the habit. Always begin and then begin with the end in mind. Beginning with the end in mind is not Dr. Stephen Covey, Sr., who's no longer with us here living. That was Benjamin Disraeli, Prime Minister of England. Always begin with the end in mind. So we began, always begin, and then begin with the end in mind. The next level number 4, the range is between what and what? 3,000 and 3,015. I put down 3,000. And then the range for level number 5 is between what? 15,000 and 25. I put down 24. Yes.
I'm just wondering if any have.
I made a
There's a
mistake.
few like peaks potential there.
I put
It
3,000.
would be good to have that.
Here. 3,001.
Price is right.
My offer is $3,000 each. Okay? All right. So, do all of you have 6 levels written in? Yes or no? Yes. I want you to find a new neighbor. Turn around or talk to someone new, someone you haven't talked to, and tell them the levels of your funnel. Don't worry about what you're selling. It does not matter. Just the numbers and begin. Now, those are just numbers, but they are the starting point of intention. It starts with a number. It doesn't start with a product. If you get anything from me today, don't start with a product. The product is worth. The number is what is going to make you feel better. And I'm here to make you feel better or worse. I can't hear you. Give each other a high five and say, you feel better! All right, now, would you like to know what each level is attracted to? I've studied it. I probably am more uniquely qualified than all of you because I've lost more money than all of you combined. And I probably make more money than all of you combined on this topic. So I know what is by getting rid of what isn't. So here's what I know what is. Level 1. Level 1, page 13. Key to each funnel level. By the way, we're not going to fill in the funnel right now. Okay? Because that ends up becoming a roadblock. We just got the pricing. So once I start brainwashing you over the pricing, then we can fill it in. You ever pack my bag moment? Okay. Now, we've really got to work on this side, because this microphone's getting overworked. Okay? So you guys really start working on pack my bag. Your name, please.
Nevada. And
Again, your name.
Virginia Parsons, Reno, Nevada.
Yes.
And I just want to say that that is the most profound statement you just made. Start with the numbers, not with the package. That totally rearranged my brain.
Anyone else have a pack my bag moment on that? Yeah. Make sure you write it in the back. Give her a hand for the backpack. Good job. Virginia, by the way, plays all in. All the time. Some people, fewer things are more, it's hard to put up with a good example, right? She's always all in. Always all in. Get to meet Virginia. Raise your hand. Right? Say hi, Virginia. All right. Level 1. Here's what they're attracted to. Say it, see it, say it, and then cement it. Hang on. Free what? Trials. Very good. Write it down. Number 2. Level 2 people. They are attracted to, what's the word? Louder, please. Continuity. They want a membership, okay? They ask different questions, too. And guess what? Here is the irony. Say, what's the irony, Alex? your problem children are always the continuity ones. Because they pay you every month and they think you owe them. They think that they are entitled to something. So you tell them, look, here's what I tell them. I appreciate the fact that you can pay me every month. Why don't you pay me all at once and you can forget about this every month? That will put me and you in the high-end client status. And you will have funded your problem child like this. That's what I tell them. Not in that way, but in Alice's way. Does it work? Because what they're doing is they're funding their high-end clienthood. They are the most entitled. And guess what question they ask? When? When am I going to make money? When am I going to get my prime? When are you going to give me what I deserve? When am I going to be living until? When? When you hear when? Okay? We'll get to that. And by all means, never, ever come to me and screw you. Are you with me? You can. When is the next answer? Right now. So level 3 is called, this is what they are attracted to. It's called what? Let me hear it. Do it yourself. That's called DIY, do it yourself. That's a how-to course. Level 5. Level 4. Okay. No, I got the done right. It's called done what? Done with you. Now, this is a term I think I coined. If I didn't, then I use it all the time. That's coaching. Mentoring. Done with you. Am I doing it with you right now? Because you're connected to the internet. Is this a done with you course? Are you going to walk out with results? You think all of you will have made money before you leave on day 3?
I hope so.
You are.
Yeah.
You are. My goal. You've never done it. You are all going to be selling and promoting a high-end product. You're a high-ender! Let's see. Much better than being a low-ender. Now, what do I mean by high-end? Well, we're going to get in teams, and I'll tell you how this works. But I'm going to show you, and you're not going to keep score, but you're going to walk out with cash. Cash, by the time we're done. Because you're going to be selling something. Okay, do you trust me?
Yeah.
If you don't do it here, if you don't get the rejection and the objection and whatever else here, then out there it'll be a lot harder. So will you support each other?
Yes.
When the people who are closest to the individuals in this room are being shunned and rejected and demoralized, will you hug them and say, it's okay, I got one of mine at home too? Will you do that?
Yeah.
Thank you. Because most people think it's a cult. They're wrong. This is a movement. All right. Now, level number 5, one of my favorite. It starts with done. And it is done. Say that's a lot. What? Very good. And then at level 6, now you can have more than 6 levels, but at this bottom level, in my experience, it is what, this is the cream of the crop, and we call those what? Astronauts. And some of us know what that is. Okay? Now, under useful takeaways, you ready? Okay, there are 3 ways to grow your business. Number 1, get new clients. Write it down. Number 2, there's a place there that says useful takeaways under the numbers. Get new clients. Is that hard or easy? It's hard. Number 2, easier, is increase the purchase value of each client. In other words, raise your price. Increase the purchase value. So if you're selling something at $50, if you raise it to $55, did you just make more money? Yes or no? That's from existing clients. That's number 2. And the third way to boost your business is increase the frequency between purchases. Those are the three ways to grow. Now here's the irony. Well, listen carefully. Your best client, counterintuitive, but it's true. Your best client is the client that has paid you the most. What's the word?
Most.
Okay. Has done it the most often, the most,
Often.
and the most recently, the most.
Recently.
That's your best client. So the one most likely to buy again is the one who bought yesterday at the highest dollar value and buys the most often. Period. End of story. Has been happening in marketing for 100 years. Because they are in the buying mode. In the buying what?
Mode.
The person who is least likely to buy is the person who buys the lowest amount, the least frequently, and long ago. Because you are not on their mind. So when people say, who do I sell next? Go to the person who just purchased, highest dollar value. If they're paying a lot of money, do they have confidence in you?
Yeah.
What you're thinking is, well, I took a lot of money from them, I can't take any more. Wrong. If they had what it took to give you that dollar amount, they will find more. The people I go after first is they say, I noticed you paid the most recently, and you do the most often. I want to offer you this first, because you're my best client. Is that true or true?
True.
So do not go to the people who haven't purchased in a while. That's why you get rejected. You're talking to the wrong people. So let's go after my questions. I don't think you can talk this anymore. The first level question. This is according to my experience. They ask the question, what? What's the question? Where? Okay, where do I sign up? Where do I have to go for the live cast? Where's the event? They ask where. You usually have it in just in plain sight, but they ask where anyway. Okay? Here's the second one. Number 2. What do they ask? When? Let me give you some whens I've heard. When will I see the results? When am I going to get an answer? They just put the help desk ticket 4 minutes ago, by the way. When do I get access? When will I see a return on investment? When is the special offer no longer available? When will the introductory price expire? When will I die? I'm just kidding. But they might as well ask that too. Okay? You know what my answer is to that? I don't know, but it's guaranteed. Okay? All right. Third, the do-it-yourself. What question do you think they asked? How? How do I get it done? They're the how people. Does this make sense? Is it brilliant? You don't have to say yes. But I think it is. It's pretty cool. All right? Because if you can tell, it's a tendency by the questions they ask, you have a better idea. Is this making sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, level 4, they ask the question, what? What do I have to do next? What was I expected to do that I didn't do? I'm coaching, right? What do I need to do? Usually it's what? What? You're getting coached. Okay, what do I have to do now? What do I have to submit? Are you getting this? Many of you are in this what category, right? Okay, next. Level 5. Done for you. They ask the question. They go back to age 5 in childhood. What's the question? Why? So why are you doing it that way? They're not questioning you. They just want to know why you're doing it so they can do it too. Hey, why did this happen? Why is the software doing this when you said it would do that? Why did I get an extra bonus kit? They ask why. And then what's left? This is what Warren Buffett asks. Not why is this company good? Not what is this company about? Not how am I going to run it? Not when am I going to buy it? Not where is it located? He asks, who is going to run it for me? Who else is in the mastermind? Who is this mastermind developed for? Now, let's see how good you are. If you can read, you're really good. Please say them in order. Number one.
Where?
Is this membership site intensive?
Yes.
That was about 80%. What is this?
Where?
2.
When? How? What? Why?
Hang on.
How? What? Why? Who?
One more time.
Where? When? How? What? Why? Who?
Backwards.
Who? Why? What? How? When? Where?
I want you to start before we leave this sacred place. It's not a training center, by the way. This is a healing center. Before you leave here, I always want you to start down here. We're going to flip the funnel. And if you move ahead, many of you are overachievers. You'll see that there's a flip funnel for the first time in history later on. But that will be later when you're ready. Sam, when I'm ready. So let's start from the top of the funnel is
Who? Why? What? How? When? Where?
give a neighbor a high five and say, you got it! All right. Give me one takeaway. On page 15, it is for me. Just write down one takeaway. As you're writing the takeaway, I have a gift for you. Who would like a gift? It is a laminated version of the funnel you got, so you can spill coffee and water on it. Please pass it out. Hold on to them. You know, you use it, you hold on to it. You can try to tear it up, it won't. You know. All right, write your takeaway, and let's move on to content marketing.
Right, that's a lot of work for me.
And give me one microphone up here, please. We'll need it about 15 minutes. Okay. Are we ready to continue? The correct answer is yes.
Yes.
Okay. And would you like me to bring it on? The correct answer is bring it on.
Bring it on.
I can't hear you.
Bring it on.
Give your neighbor a high five and say, let's go! All right. Content. What's the word?
Content.
Content marketing secrets. You can say content marketing. For the first time in history, ever, all you have to do, because we have a tool now and a method, and you're going to see the tool in a moment, all you have to do is do content and you will be on page 1 of Google. And I hear a Yahoo for that one. It does all the search engine optimization for you as long as you know how to title it. Are you with me? For the first time, all you need to do, all I want you to do is do one. How many? One hangout. Now, a Google Hangout is what I would like you to do because there's video there. True? Does Google like video? Why? Oh, because they own YouTube. So Google discriminates in YouTube's favor because they own it. Is Bree and Gabe, please come up on stage. Brianna and Gabe, come up on stage. I don't own them, but I discriminate in their favor. Give them on those in Oxford and hand. All right. Now, I'm Google, and this is YouTube. YouTube 2, YouTube 1. You notice that YouTube 1, I don't know, did they come from the same father or what? What happened? Now, Facebook is somewhere over here. Webinars, teleseminars, GoToMeeting. I won't make you stand much longer. Just stay there. Okay? All that is not owned by Google. So that's the only reason I say do a Hangout, because Google favors Hangout. True or true? Okay, give them on those hands a hand for coming up on stage. Now, why video? Why start with video? Well, Alex, I have a face for radio. Great. If you have a face for audio or for radio, and you don't want to do video, can someone else do it? Yes. And can you not have a talking head? Can you just have like a video without head, with words and stuff? Yes? Okay, good. That's called screenshot video. Why video? Does video already have audio in it? Yes. Does video already have the written word in it? Yes. This is called the transcript. What's it called? Transcript. Thank you. So I'm going to ask you to do one. How many? One. Google Hangout every week, 7 to 10 minutes. How long? 7 to 10 minutes. Who can do that? I can. We'll see. When I check in with you in 3 months, unless I do it for you. Ooh, that's called the seed of the acorn. How's it working? Okay? I'm providing the sunlight. No, I'm not providing the soil. I'm not providing the water. You are. I'm just telling you where to plant your acorn. Because I know where. At least I know where to lead. Are you with me? Yeah. All right. Good metaphor, right? Yes. Is it a good setup? Yeah. All right. I love it. I feel really good. Like we're making movement, right? And that's like so far away before we even talk about that. There's 3. How many? 3 primary types of content. The first type, now I want you to say both words and then write it. Okay? The first type is called what? Yeah. And is what? Visual. Write it down. On page 17. You see it at the very top. Type 1. Type 1. Video content or visual word at the very top. 18. Okay. 17. Listen, you know why I had you page do the numbers yourself? Because whatever you say, you're right. There's no argument that way. That's why I did it. As long as I have you right, because some people won't write in the answers, but they will do page numbers, and I figure at least have one math out. Seriously, I will do everything in my power to get you engaged. Everything. All right. The second type is called what? And what kind of word is it? It starts with a S, and it's called what? Spoken. Write it down. That's what we're doing. And then final type, say it after I've done it. Say it after I've written it, no pun intended. What's the word? Written. And the way written is taken is what? Transcribe. Very nice, you guys. So video content is also known as the what word? Okay, the correct answer is visual. The video content is also what word?
Visual.
The audio content is also
Spoken.
written content is? Very good. Give each other a high five and say, you got it! All right. So, content is king. I disagree. I disagree that content is king. Okay? I believe what's the word? Engagement. Engagement is king. I hope this translates if English is not a second primary language. Content creation is no longer the thing. There's too much content. Go to Google and type in anything. The thing is content curation. Content curation. When you're in a museum, you have a curator. You are all content curators, not creators. Does that translate? Does that make sense? Curator? Look it up. And then outsource the rest of it. Okay, very good. Okay? Does that make sense? Curator. That's the most important thing I've said so far, for me. Because people want your recommendation. We're in the recommendation age. So, I have people who argue with me. Content is king. I say, okay, can engagement be queen? They go, sure, I accept that. I go, great. Content is king, engagement is queen, and it's the queen that rules the house. How's that? All right. All the ladies happen to love that one for some reason. All the men know it's true. They go, yeah. Ladies go, yes, finally, thank you, Alex. Are you having fun?
Yes.
Am I right?
Yes.
You guys are awesome. Hey, livecast, are you having fun? I want you to know the biggest takeaway. Write it down for Sean so he knows. Now, premium content, roadblock. Here's a roadblock. Content, the tendency and need, what's the word?
Need.
To be 100% is my favorite one. Perfectionist, 100% what?
Complete.
You don't have to be 100% complete. This action guide is not 100% complete. There are two evil twins. Number one is procrastination, not getting started. Number two is perfectionism, not finishing. Let's take a poll. Who is a procrastinator? Put your hands up. Put them up. Thank you. Who is a perfectionist? Oh, a lot more. Who's a perfectionist in denial? Thank you. Who's a perfectionist in denial who refuses to raise their hand for me? Thank you. Finally got some honest people. All right. How do you get 100% compliance? Is you ask those three questions. Who's a blank? Who's a blank in denial? And who's a blank in denial who refuses to raise their hand? Do you see the template? Fill in the blank with anything you want. Who's a mom? Who's a mom in denial? Men, I hope you don't raise your hands for that one. But some, just a mom, right? And who is a mom in denial who refuses to raise her hand? Just fill in the blank. So who's a blank? Who's a blank in denial? And who's a blank in denial who refuses to raise their hand? Is that good or great, everybody? All right. Now, the 5 keys to designing an editorial calendar. What's an editorial calendar? An editorial calendar is where I have content. What's the word? And I have 5 tips. How many tips? Now, could I have 7? Could I? Could I have 11? Could I have 20? But I'm going to start with 5 because I just want to raise one hand and I only have 5 fingers. So I have 5 steps. All right? So let's say my content is titled 5 Tips to Making Good Content Great. Let's say that's my content. Are you with me? All right. So If I did that with an editorial calendar, how many hangouts do I have with a 5-tip hangout? Who says 6? 6. Okay. The answer is 6. So 5 is the first one, is you're giving your 5 tips about whatever it is, or steps, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is number 1. You're going shallow and wide, or wide and shallow. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So it's a 10-minute hangout, and you're giving 5 tips about anything. Can you give 6? Yes. But if you have 5, you have 6 weeks of content. Because this is your first piece of content, and it's going to be a hangout. How many minutes? 7 to 10. Is that easy? Okay, is it easy? Of course. Will you get better at it? Yes. Now, what's week 2? Tip 1. What do I do with tip 1? You go deeper. What's week 3? And what do I do with tip 3? Tip 2. Go deeper. Okay? So the key is each tip you can go deep with, and with each tip, are you putting down key words with those hangouts and describing them in YouTube and titling your hangouts? Is that giving Google discriminatory force for you? Yes or no?
Yes.
So always have an editorial calendar. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Very important. You never do 1. If you have 5, it's always 6, and you're planning. So key number 1, 5 keys to designing editorial content. The root, what's the word? Root content, I believe, must be, what's the word?
Video.
Thank you, video. Why? Because it's easier. Never design, what's the word? 1. Never design a 1-part editorial piece. Because that's 1 week, right? If you do 12, then that's 13 weeks. Hey, Carolyn.
Hi, Alan.
Welcome. Say hi, Carolyn, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
She was one of our finalists for our Hangout Marketer of the Year Award. Saying, hey, how's it going? Love your hair, my friend. All right.
For quiet issues, thank you.
You're welcome. Now, key number 3. Go. Very good. You guys are learning fast. Go what? Shallow and wide on part 1. Now, do you see the way I teach? I gave you the answers first, and now I'm asking you to fill it in, and I'm writing it. Is it sticking? Yes. Yeah.
Would you maybe make a 5-part one and 7-part?
Okay.
Do a recap at the end?
So the question is, can you do 5 parts into 7 parts because you do a recap of the 5 parts? Yes. But this is version 1. That's version 2 of that. All right? But are you on the right path? Yes. As long as you don't do 1 part, that's all I'm after. Okay? So 5 will get you 6. Unless you do a review, then it'll get you 7. Now, if you're a finisher, you may do the review of the review of the review of the review. And then maybe 5 will get you 25, like this gentleman over here. But the bottom line is 5 will get you 6 no matter what. 6 will get you 7. 10 will get you what? 11. And then you want to go narrow and what? Sorry, you want to go deep and? Yeah, I gave it away. What's the word? Okay. So, each 5-part, what's the word? Hangout. And what's the number? 6. You know, I better get back my bag home for this night. Do you know you have more consciousness about your content right now than most people living in the universe today? Do you know how planning this out will make your life so much easier, and you will never have to wonder what I have to do in the morning? Because you'll have your weeks planned out, like a magazine, like a television station, like a guide. You have a Pack My Bag moment? Can you go around to this one?
I can.
All right, cool.
That microphone needs some
This
workout.
microphone was yelling at me saying, Alex, I'm getting lonely. All right, got a Pack My Bag moment. Give the sitting ovation really quick. All right, your name.
I'm Jason Nass.
Go ahead and put the microphone on. Hang on. Hey, Greg, when you see them walking,
I did.
turn around. You got it?
I just got to adjust.
I'm Jason Nast, I'm from Phoenix, Arizona. And my pack my bag moment really is, I have tons of content, I was going back to the old content is king, and I'm always thinking 45-minute, hour-long hangouts, and this consolidated effort to make it longer, and that's just great for me, that's just that's huge, it's huge.
Where's the bag? All right, good job. All right, now, I have a gift for you. On page 20, at least 20 for me, you see multi-part submission sample titles. Do you see it? Now, here's the point of this. I give different numbers, 5, 7, 3, 12. What's after 12? What's after 8? What's after 4? What's after 4? Thank you, pay attention, come on. All right, now do you see the next word I've changed? That's so that you, it's like a tripwire, only not for a bomb, is for a brainstorm. So 5 steps, or mistakes, or secrets, or ways, or principles, or strategies, or fundamentals, or tips. I don't care what you call them, I'm giving you ideas to use for your content. Good or great, everybody? All right, so what I want you to do is practice on the next page, and just do one title, one tip for 5. You submit your sample title, I just want 5 blank. 5 mistakes, 5 steps, 5 ways, whatever your hangout title is going to be. Make it 5, and you know you got 6 weeks of work. Okay? And begin. Five will get me 6. 7 will get me 8. All right. Now give me your attention. Now, first of all, I have some appreciation for you because I have done this type of training I think more than anyone else on the planet, my partner Tim Arthur and I started doing live internet connection training in 2010. I've done 24 of them. And this is the first time ever, what's the word? Ever. Where I have not seen a student in the audience, many of you are repeat offenders because you've been here before, not lift their lid and check their email during my training. So please give yourself an appreciation. Someone who taught me that if you want to really train your kids properly, catch them at something doing really well, right? And then praise them. And then sometimes you gotta wait, and wait, and wait, and boom, you got it. Well, I'm not gonna wait anymore. You guys are awesome. Say, we're awesome! Give your neighbor a high five and say, you're awesome too! Okay. Now, would you like to know how I'm getting at the top of Google for whatever keyword I want within reason? Within a couple of weeks? Weeks, not months. Would you like to know that? Are you sure? All right. All the way from the Gold Coast, Australia. It's a long way. A gentleman came who's sitting in this chair. His name is Peter Drew. Say hi, Peter. Hi, Peter. Now, he's not a professional speaker, but he is a professional programmer. And I want him to give you some of his background before we focus on the urgent problem with search engine optimization. Because there is one, and we face it every single day. Until now. And I waited and waited and waited. Some of you want to hang out with me. I have proven that almost anyone, there are people in this room that are number 1, 2, and 3 with their keywords in just a couple of weeks. Right? Because of a piece of software. But first, Peter, what's your background and why are you here?
Hi everyone. I've been working on like 15 years and doing SEO before Google was even there. So I've been doing it for a very long time. I've been basically online doing like the keyword automation. So what we do is develop software that automates a lot of processes and makes particularly SEO very easy. You start the software and the software is pretty much the brains, using all the information we've learned over the years to get your websites and Hangouts in particular ranking very, very fast and very well. Your content is available.
So it's a Hangout, but really Hangout is favorable sort for Google. Now, what's the urgent problem with SEO? Because you're an SEO guy. Most people, everyone here knows, and if you don't, SEO is search. What's the word? Search engine optimization. And when we say SEO, we only really mean Google. Typically. True? Now, there are other search engines out there, but who wants to be on the first page of Google? Yeah. Who wants to have a business card that all it says on it is the productivity guy, and out of 26 million results, you're number 1? Who would like to do that? Okay, well, what's the urgent problem with SEO? You've been around for a long time.
Well, the urgent problem is obviously you're competing with 26 million other pages on the internet. And what you want is your website to be at number 1. How to figure that out? It's not easy. So that's why we automate software that achieves it for you.
The unique promise to that urgent problem is a fabulously named software, which I've been using behind the scenes, and our students in the challenge we've been using on your behalf to test it. Because I never make something available until it's tested. Right? It's very inexpensive, so what we can do, this is a tool. What is it? It's not the acorn. It's the soil, it's the water, it's the sunlight. You are the acorn. Are you with me? The acorn is the content, and you are the content. Be very clear. The tool can't do all the work for you. You have to give it something. But what do you give it?
So we developed a product called Hangout Community.
Stop. What is it called? Again? Again? Is that an amazing name or what? All right.
Yes. So Google released a product called Hangouts 2 years ago, and straight away I saw that this is going to be world changing for us. There was a problem The initial problem I saw was that people don't really, not a lot of people, or a lot of people have a face for radio, it's the same. And so we were able to produce a product that repurposed existing video content or existing Hangouts.
Hang on. Repurpose means recreate, reorganize, redo. Repurpose is just a fancy name for taking what you have and automatically make it something else so Google gives more food. Is that a good thing?
Yes.
Okay, back to repurpose.
So for example, that 10-minute video Hangout that you were talking about, you can download that and then repurpose that and get that same video to rank for as many other different terms that you like. So if you'd like your videos to rank for, say, 15 or 20 different keyword phrases and Google and be at number 1 for those phrases, you can use that one Hangout that you've recorded, use it with Hangout Millionaire, it will use that video, and what it does, I won't go too technical, but it's a slide at the front of the video and at the back, and we have random durations. So we can use that same video content over and over as many times as we like. So we can have that one awesome piece of video content ranking for as many different terms as you like. And at the same time as getting your videos to rank, we're sending really powerful links back to the website that you're promoting in the description of that Hangout video or YouTube video. So we're achieving lots of things. We're really broadening your market with just one video. Obviously, you can have lots of other videos and do the same process or more than one video. But at the same time, it's seeing really powerful links from other video entities or properties, which makes your website in and of itself rank very people along with the video content.
You create a video, 7 to 10 minutes. Now, could it be more?
Yeah.
It could be longer, but we're going 7 to 10 minutes in the sweet spot. You put it through Hangout what? Millionaire. Okay? They are out here. They're one of our sponsors. You can talk to them. Peter will be here the entire time. Right? He's not leaving tonight. He came all the way to Gold, right? But we've been testing and tracking Hangout Millionaire, and it is working. And working and working, and we have a very good testing tracking system. If it works, we tell everyone. If it doesn't work, we don't tell us all. So we're telling you that means it works.
Well, when I first met Alex, and he heard about Hangout Millionaire, he said, you do a couple of keyword phrases, that was just a test. I didn't realize it was a test at the time, but I found out later that that was the test. And it was how to profit from Google, how to profit from Hangouts, how to make money with
How to make money with Google Hangouts, how to profit from Google Hangouts, how to monetize Google Hangouts. I said, I'd like to be number 1 on Google or on page 1 for these places. Can you do it? Is that a kind of cool question to ask?
Yeah.
Would you like to ask the question in your area of expertise?
Yes.
He put it through Hangout Millionaire, and within 2 weeks, we're on page 1, and now we dominate.
Actually, it was 2 hours.
Okay, sorry. But we can't make that promise to everybody.
And that was your content that you see the YouTube accounts that might have. It's all Alex's content.
And the unquestionable proof will show throughout. Just know there's a new piece of software. You probably will be ridiculed for it initially. Who cares? Who wants to be wealthy and ridiculed? Put your hand up. Most wealthy people are ridiculed. Who wants to be wealthy and violently opposed? Come on. Most wealthy people are violently opposed. You're wealthy, I'm not! That was my Harvard petition. I would never say that. I'm wealthy and you're not! And then it becomes self-evident. Hangout Millionaire, if I knew to do with it, will be a household name in the news. You're hearing about it here in seminar setting, I think for the first time. They're sponsored, you can hear more about it. It's about $100 a month. You know, that range, just if you're wondering what it is. And it may be a little bit. All right? All right, give Peter a hand. Now, for all of you who think, now I got to pet a koala for $25. Aussie. Check this out. You can take a picture for free, but to pet the koala, $25. They're pimping out that koala bear. I can't even believe it. But anyway, Peter has brought a koala for every single one. Now, let's move on to the topic you brought up called repurposing. What's it called? Repurposing. All right. It was my page 22. Now, have I already given you on page 23 the answers? Yes or no? Have I? Okay, why do I want you to write it again? So it sticks. So I'm not going to say it. Write it. Go. Type 1 is what kind of content? Good. What kind of word is that? Good. You just did it. Transcribe. Very good. Keep going. When you're done with that. Your coaching businesses. So if you'd like to meet him later, his name is Doug, and he has a pack my bag moment on his show. All right, go for it. Give your name.
Hi, I'm Doug Brown. My pack my bag moment is actually video should come first, and I know this might seem like a basic thing, but I've been normally writing things, taking hours or days writing these things, and then turning them into audio and then video for teaching purposes. But this is my pack my bag moment is duh. You can do the video first and then extract everything else. So that alone is well.
Okay, just say it with a South African accent. You're brilliant! You're brilliant! Well done, and get your bag over there, Doug. Well done. Give him a hand, everybody. All right, now, page 24 for me. It's membership marketing myth number 4. Multitasking, ladies, increases personal productivity. Okay? I'm going to say that just the opposite. What does it do? Cripples. And when you multitask a lot, you have a tendency, men and women, to be, what's the word? Overwhelmed. Now let me teach you what the anatomy of overwhelm is. The anatomy of overwhelm is unlike a camera, which is very smart. A camera, when you bring something close to it, it focuses on that and puts everything out of focus behind it. Right? A human being, when they're overwhelmed, they have too many things in the foreground and they're trying to focus on too many things. And they get overwhelmed. Maybe you're trying to spin, you know, in the circus, they're spinning too many dishes, right? And then one dish breaks, or they're juggling too many balls, and the ball hits the ground. So overwhelm is keeping too many things in the foreground. Now, I'm going to prove to you, not on the next page, I want you to go one more page, to page 26, so flip the page. There you go. You see it says multitasking is worse than a lie. Do you see that? Yes or no?
Yes.
I can't hear you.
Yes.
Okay, good. Stay with me. Do you see it? Yeah. Pack my bag moment? Okay, hang on. Okay, you guys, it's at the very top of the following page. It looks like, it says, why outsource your repurposing tasks. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay, go to that page. All we're doing is we're going to flip a page, and then we're going to come back to it, I promise. You don't have it?
Alex, look at the first line.
Right.
Why outsource your repurposing task? Got it? Raise your hand if you got it. Okay, thank you. And then help your neighbor. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is this. In the first section, okay, you'll very faintly see an M and a 1. In that top section, there's a middle line there. You see the first section. If you see it, say, I see it. Now, here's the way I want you to do it. There are 27 characters. How many? And I want you to multitask this. So I want you to do it this way. M1, U2, L3, T4. You got it? Okay? I'm going to time you, and then when you're done, you're going to stand up all the way to multitasking is worse than a lie. 27, just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Are you ready? All right. And when you're done, stand up and begin. Go. High 5. Keep going. 4. Not good, by the way. Keep going. When 80% of the room is up, I will stop. Good. Good. Some of you have done this before, so you've got better at this part. Keep going. Not even 50% yet. Come on, guys. Good. I know you're standing. Come on. Almost, 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 almost. And I love the women who are getting up late. That's good. All right, stop. Stay standing. Everyone, please stand up. Do a quick stretch. Okay, that took you 1 minute and 32 seconds. So nice and hot. Stretch. Go this way. Oh. And this way. Oh. And back. Oh. And forward. Oh. Give your partner a high 10 and say, okay. All right, have a seat. All right, now. We're halfway done. Now, this is what it took. We're going to prove it to you. You got to pack my bag one. Can you hold on to it? Let me just finish it because we have 2 of them. Good job, you guys. We're really flying now. Multitasking is worse than a lie. When it's multitasks, that's taking us 1 minute and 32 seconds. And then you think you're saving time when you're doing it. Here's what I want you to do now. I want you to write multitasking is worse than a lie. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, all the way to 27. You got it? All right, and begin. Okay, you ready? Have a seat. $27 seconds. Now, when you multitask, you are 3 times less productive. Let me put it another way. When you don't multitask, you're 3 times more productive. So how does this translate? If you're writing copy or if you're creating, have a countdown timer, no distractions, email, voicemail, all those distractions, get them out of the way for 30 minutes, complete what you're going to do, and then take a break. Use a countdown timer. Your phone, your voicemail, the door, put down, okay, come on. You can put prime time on your door, no distractions. Do you see the value of avoiding multitasking? Yes or no, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, your whole thing, please. Go ahead.
My name is Gail Bob, and this is the second time I've done this one with you. And what I got from this is the perfect combination and realization of this is why this creates ADD worse than anything. It just brought my ADD, everything's like, oh my God. Anyway, I got it. I'm going to changed my mind.
Hang on. And that's an amen to that. Now, here's the best part. See, I don't believe we have ADD or ADHD or whatever. I believe we really care. And because we care so much that people have access to us so many different ways, we feel that we need to get to all of them at the same time. Are you with me? So I don't believe that we have this disease. I just believe we have a disease of love. And because we've given access to so many people in so many different ways, that we become that when we try to acknowledge and to apply to them what you think they need. Can you say no to someone? Yes or no?
Yes.
Can you have family in prime time? Yes or no?
Yes.
Can you have open office hours when they can't come to you? Yes or no?
Yes.
Please give her a hand. Yes, again.
I'm Sonia from Western Australia, and the multitasking, crippling productivity, that goes hand in hand for me with crippling, because of the overwhelm, crippling creativity.
Creativity.
Yeah, a hard moment also goes hand in hand with crippling creativity because of the overwhelm.
So let's talk about it. Stay right there. When you really feel pressured, is it easier to do something that is like starting a car, or is it really difficult to do something creative, like write a book, when you're really pressured? What's more difficult, writing something or like starting a car? What do you think is more difficult? Creativity is more difficult than non-creative, yes?
Yes.
So this is why with multitasking, you know what's even more difficult? Is curation. When you're curating things, curation is not about what you put in. That's creation. Curation is what you leave out. What you are looking at took me 104 hours to put together, this notebook. The action guides, everything. It took more than half of that time of deciding what to leave out. Did you notice how much room there is in your notebook?
Yeah.
I did a good job of leaving stuff out. If you continue education with me, we'll put more stuff back in there. Are you with me? I'll actually check this out. I decided with continuing education, if you say yes, a few days from now, I'm going to give you a free hole punch to put more stuff in. I think it's one of the best things for $20. Just give it away. What she just said is critically important because everyone in this room is creative, but if you decide that you're going to multitask and try to be creative, it will cripple your creativity. Would you agree? Okay, would you like to do that, please? That was very short. Give her a hand. All right. Now, at the very top, it says two-phase repurposing promo roadmap. Do you see it? Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yes.
All right, so go back to the previous page. At the top, it says two-phase repurposing promo roadmap. Phase one, everything starts with this. It's called what's it called? Root content. It's a 7 to 10 minute hangout on air. That's what you put in that first box. Root content, like root canal, root llama, roots. Acorn creates roots, creates an oak tree. Next, there's three things that root content produces. You always start with a V. What is it?
Video.
Video. What's the other one? Audio. And what's the other one? Transcript. We're going to call it written. So write that down. Are you ready for the gifts?
Yeah.
Oh, I know you guys are ready for the gifts. Okay. I'm just getting them ready. Okay, you got this? All right, are you learning a lot?
Yes.
All right, next. Now, how do you get maximum exposure? Well, you have this root content, and either you do it yourself, or you have someone else do it for you. That's called outsourcing, and you can put it on at 12 o'clock. This is what I'm going to put down for you. What's it called? YouTube. You have video. You can chop up that video, make a YouTube video. You can put it on what? Blog. even better, what's the word? Blogs. Now, you've heard of Google Juice. That's when you give Google stuff that Google loves, like video. There's something now called Apple Juice. That's where you put great audio content on what? iTunes. Podcast, I hope you like that one. At the very bottom, I would put Web 2.0 sites. Alex, what is that? We'll get to it. We'll get to it. Mitch, come on up here. And then could you also do articles? What's the word? Articles. And then let's not forget, it's usually blue, starts with an F. What's it called? Facebook. Okay, so you just did this. Raise your hand enthusiastically if you want to quickly. Who would like a laminated gift that does this for you? All right, give the Harrisons a hand for passing this out. All right, good job. Music when that happens. And take one. Put
Probably
it
something
in
more
your
upbeat.
folder.
So, yeah.
Hey, listen, we spent extra money so it's color, so hold on to those suckers. The masterminders didn't get that yesterday, so hold on to those. That is how you dominate. That one page. You dominate. Now, you've heard of the Terminator? I'm going to introduce you to the Dominator. Come on up here.
Okay.
All right. So,
Never been called a dominator before. This is the first.
all right, well, first on our watch. So this is Mitch. Say hi, Mitch. Hi. Now, Mitch, give a little bit about your marketing background.
Oh, gosh. Been in the DM space for a long time, direct marketing space. Formerly, I was a pitchman on Home Shopping Network, where I had as many as 5 million viewers looking at me, and that was up until about 1997, and they very politely told me, Mitch, you have a face for radio, and it was time to go. Then I went to host a show on CBS Los Angeles radio called 97.1. Some of you may know that on Saturday afternoon. I had a show there and did that for about a year, and then spoken all over the world on direct marketing. And now I'm falling in the SEO space because for years I was known as the Dimensional Mail King. That's how I originally got on Home Shopping Network. I used to ship things out in bottles, trash cans, mini trash cans.
Dimensional is lumpy things. So they put a pen in an envelope, they ship a bottle, they can ship a base, like a baseball base, an actual base, they can ship that. They can ship a big frame. It's to get your attention. It's called dimensional.
Yeah, that's how Alex and I first worked together, and you were a client when you were writing copy for the waste company up in San Francisco.
Can I tell them a story?
Absolutely.
Can I tell you a story? So this waste company was going up against the biggest waste company in the world. And so I created a little waste basket, so big, it looked like a trash can in the old days, and he came up with it, he sourced it, and then I wrote a one-page letter. How many letters? How many pages? One. And then I crumpled it up. And I put it inside the can, and then when they received it, and I was mailing it on their behalf to their new customers, it says, because most people would probably throw this away, I did you the favor already. But if you would be so kind to open it up and read it, so they opened it up, it was already wrinkled, and they read it, and they started to dominate in Lodi, California, which is Northern California, against waste management. That's how powerful direct marketing could be. Now, Mitch has put together a group overseas to do our outsourcing. What's it called? Outsourcing. So that all the work is done for them. It has never been done before in this way. Many of you are experiencing it for the first time, who are in the membership site intensive competition. But what happens is we get a 7 to 10 minute hangout. We use Hangout Millionaire. There's many other ways to use it, but we use it. And then what do you do to solve the urgent problem of not having enough reach? What do you do?
Well, there are many elements. Hangout Millionaire is, let's just say, we work in tandem. It's part and parcel. Where it will take your your Hangout and do all of what Peter had explained, and you can go through that in greater detail if you have questions. But we also write an article. We write a press release, and that's where it gets validated because Google loves multiple footprints to secure yourself. The algorithm has continued to change and evolve over time, so we make sure that you're covered. We put your content, which we will then transcribe and use elements to put in relevant blog networks for you, so that covers you. Article directories and making sure that it is, again, relevant. So you can't write about, let's say, dog training and put it on a medical site. We make sure that it is relevant because that's called spam. So we make sure that everything pertains to your topic, to your industry, to your niche, and cover it with all these elements. And the Web 2.0 properties, this is where we found a unique piece when I was working with Peter. You not only will rank for your websites, your videos, your Hangouts, we have found that you will begin to rank for your Facebook pages on the front page of Google. We have multiple proof of this. You will also rank for your Web 2.0 properties. That means we create Tumblr pages for you, create Weebly pages for you, and a multitude of Web 2.0 properties which translate to high page rank, high authority, highly credible sites that will never enter the Google sandbox.
Okay, now, Tumblr, Weebly, Sandbox, when you have questions, he's available at the break, okay?
Sandbox is bad. Sandbox is bad. To think that this is where you go and you don't get out.
Weebly is good, Tumblr is good, never mind what it is, it's good.
It's good. It's very good. It means you like that. And if you can rank for your site on the first page of Google, that's good. It's even better if you then have your Facebook fan page ranking on the first page. We have multiple proof from clients of ours that have worked, like I say, in tandem with Peter on this, and we've created these stellar results. Absolutely stellar for very competitive keyword phrases.
So if you'd like it outsourced for you, many of you have already paid for it, then talk to Mitch. He is also one of our outsourcing partners, and the outsources with me. He's also one of our sponsors. Elite Outsourcing, what's it called?
Done for you.
It's done for you already. Okay, so if you do it yourself first, I always recommend that, and then let others do it for you. That tool is here along with Hangout Number. Please give Mitch a hand for that. Now, who is ready to play the prosperity game before lunch? All right, prosperity game is behind curtain number orange. There's an orange tab in your notebook. And then I'm going to take out one of those. And it says, let's play the what game? Prosperity game. Now here's what you're going to do. I'll wait when you're ready. You're going to write yourself a check for $8,000. How much? Now, some of you may do it in euro. I don't care if you do it in US dollars, Aussie dollars. But in the check where it says your organization name, write pay to the order of, write your name there in the check on the upper left-hand corner of those boxes, and write 8,000 next to dollars, and spell 8,000 underneath. To yourself or your company, either one. Your company, it says your organization's name. Some people have their name to their company. And then sign it where it has your signature. And congratulations, you just created some money. But let me hear, woo! Now, you need to write down on the bottom part where that came from. You just wrote yourself a check, so you're going to make it up. You're going to what it up? You're going to make up where it came from. Dream, think, feel. Where did the source come? Was it from a high-end client? That could be one high-end client. Write down the source. Write down the source underneath where it came from. Not enough to get it. You got to figure out where it came from. board, right, if you have someone involved. I see 120 high-end clients here. I can just put one down. So write down the source. Raise your hand. Very good. Okay. Now, it's very easy for your little voice to take over. Say, oh, come on, Alex, it's a game. I'm tired. I'm hungry. Come on. Let's go to sleep. Yeah. This is what I like to do. The other shoulder. Get rid of that damn thing. Because when I'm gone and you don't hear my voice, or you don't hear the yes or no's, or the I can't hear yous, or all that, you're going to go back, and the shovel of reality is going to hit your forehead. Right? And sometimes your best friends or your family members are holding the shovel. Many times you're holding the shovel, and that's the worst of all. Who's ever held the shovel before? Okay, get rid of the damn thing. So now, here's my favorite. On the right side, it says allocation of funds. Now, I don't want you to write down paying bills or paying for debt. We're assuming all of your debt is paid. Let me hear a woo for that. You don't have any debt. You're debt-free. Say, I'm debt-free. So nobody, no tax collector, no debtor of any kind is going to get this money. This money is yours. Say it's mine. So this is called working capital. You want to gift it, gift it. You want to give it to me? I'm a good receiver. There's no doubt to that, right? What I want you to do is figure out where it's going to go. You know where it came from. You know how much it is. And you know where it's going to go. You know what a recession is? A recession is when this doesn't happen. A recession is a lack of confidence and there's no movement. What's the word? There's no movement of money. When there's movement of money, we flourish. When there's no movement, we are constipated. And constipation is not good for the body or the economy. By the way, it's not good for Earth either. True or true? Right. So get unconstipated, give your check in X-lax, and write down where you're going to put it. Allocation of funds. Where is it going to go? Do that now. Where? Okay. Habitat, yeah. Well, it can go anywhere. It can go to YouTube. After taxes, yes, after taxes. It's not going to taxes. With more money next time. All right. Someone go to that microphone. Who wants to share? Real quick. Someone go to that microphone. Anyone? Okay. Thank you. Agnisha, go ahead and put the microphone down. Okay. How much is your check for?
$8,000 US.
Very good. And where is it coming from?
From a mastermind and training course at the end of July and in August.
Look how specific that is. And where are you going to allocate those funds?
To attend the holiday in Buenos Aires.
Is that good or great? Yeah. Well, then show her some appreciation. One more up here. Here. Anybody. Stand up. You pick on me. Stand up. Come on, come on, come on. Here I come. All right, go ahead. Thank you. Don't make me come off the stage. All right. How much is the check for, Dave?
$8,000.
$8,000. And where's the source of funds?
To my NAMS lifetime members.
To my NAMS lifetime members. If you want to know what NAMS is, talk to Dave. What's his name? Dave. And then where are you putting those funds? Where are you allocating them?
Rocket City Harley Davidson.
Yeah. All right. Now, are you getting this? All right. Hold on to this. Put it in your notebook. Put it in your notebook. Hold on to it. Because the next time, it ain't going to be $8,000. It's going to be 16. So we're going to start inflating the balloon. Now, there's something that's very, very powerful that I think most of you have done most of your lives. And they are called affirmations. What are they called? Affirmations. We have something even more powerful. Because an affirmation many times is private. A declaration is public. And we have some declarations that have been specifically designed for you. So that means me. And before we let it go for lunch, because I think you deserve lunch, don't you? All right. And you recharge and want your energy high, we're going to pass out some sheets of paper that are going to be called declarations. What are they called? Declarations. Now they're the color green. What color? Green. Now in most, at least in the U.S., green is the color of money. But green is also the color of life. Green is the color of life as well. So please give a hand to the Harrisons passing out the declarations as you get one. The lead. Just get a microphone.
Get Sandra's mic ready for it.
Just another hand up.
Okay. That works too.
Thank you. Take that one. We'll get Sandra and Alana. Everyone say hi, Alana. Hi. All right. Excellent. Come on up here. All right. Now I want you sitting for these. Now every time we do it from this point forward, after lunch and dinner, etc., we will be standing. We will be what? Standing. Okay. But I want you sitting. And I just want you to sense the difference in energy when you sit versus when you stand. But still, give us some energy. All right? Are you going to give Alana some energy? Yeah! By the way, if you're wondering, we have free childcare at this event. So if you have any children at your hotel, bring them home. Okay. And this is Brianna. There's two Brianna. All right, now, you go ahead and lead it.
All right, so should we do it standing up for more energy?
Sitting down.
Okay.
Who wants to do it standing up? Yeah. Who wants to do it sitting down? We're doing it sitting down.
Okay, then we're going to do it at level 10. Level what? 10. All right, let me see one hand on your heart. All together. And begin. I am 100% committed to improve my heartbeat mindset. I extend my authority with membership heartbeat. I am grateful for my amazing online heartbeat.
Stop. Now, there's a certain way to say amazing. Now, if you speak Spanglish, it's amazing. Okay? With 3 S's. Okay? But you can say it however you want. But when you see underline and you see italics and uppercase, it's amazing. So this is the way it sounds. I am grateful for my amazing online. Are you with me? All right, so let's start from the top again. Here we go.
All together and begin. I am 100% committed to improve my heartbeat mindset. I extend my online authority with membership heartbeat. I am grateful for my amazing online heartbeat.
Good.
I attract more high-end clients with one heartbeat. I love making more money with the purpose heartbeat. I present my confidence with assessment heartbeat.
Stop. Now there's another word here. What's the word? So what's it going to sound like? You are so good. All right, and go.
I am massive online authority with hangout marketing. I deliver info marketing offers worthy of devotion. I am super brilliant and mastermind marketing. I am quickly becoming a confident marketing master. I take time and money households in my music works experts. I love to engage high-end clients and make money doing it!
There we go. That's number 1. It's our final thing. It's our final stretch. It's the finish line. So the way you end it is, I love to engage high-end clients and make money doing it! Yes? Say it one more time. Final one and go.
I love to engage high-end clients and make money doing it!
You got it! Good job. Great work, everybody. Get your balloons, everybody. Get your balloons. They are fresh. They are not taken from the ground, I promise you. And blow them up. We're going to let it go. And we are going to take a 1 hour and 20-minute lunch. 1 hour and 20-minute lunch. Two balloons, one per hand.
You see the email back there?
Say again?
I sent you an email. I don't know if you
I've been checking email. I've been managing the live cast.
And please stand up. And you're ready. If yours has a hole, you get another one. Got another one? Good. We're sharing balloons. Everyone stand up. Okay. Now, first of all, oh, children already, right? I see it. Come on. You think that's why I want to hold you believe it won't happen? First of all, have you guys been doing some great work?
Yes.
Have you learned a lot?
Yes.
I'm throwing a lot at you. This was a 7-day course. We've done it in 2.5. Is that okay?
Yes.
Are you ready for more?
Yes.
You deserve a break. 1 hour and 20 minutes. You're going to be back here at 2:15. What time?
2:15.
And we will start on time. Let's let it go. And ready?